Hello, welcome to Soulprint Intuitive Tarot. Today is a mini. They're actually mini minis because I'm going to do quick mini readings on Jim Jordan, Marjorie Taylor Greene, and Matt Gaetz. Before I do that, another reminder. All right, apparently my YouTube channel has been hacked, and people are getting messages from somebody who is claiming to be me, uses my picture and the Soulprint title, who apparently is commanding demonic forces to leave. I guess, whatever's impairing your ability to go forward. And if you just, it's on a WhatsApp app, and they're asking for money. This is not me. Please do not fall for that. If you get one of these messages, please block and report. And if enough of you report on a specific message, you can get the thing banned, okay? And I just want to say this, and I think I humbly speak for other YouTube readers who are also experiencing this. Think about this. If any of us had the ability to cast out demonic forces, do you really think Trump would still be around? I'm just asking. Like, really? We could do it. Let's take a quick look, shall we, at Jim Jordan. Now, both Jim Jordan and Marjorie Taylor Greene are, I'm sorry to say this, but as near as I can figure, they're both going to be reelected. Marjorie Taylor Greene has, no one is challenging her. So, unless she actually gets booted out by her own party, and I mean, they're getting pretty sick of her, but let's see. Jim Jordan is another one. Apparently, his approval rating, I think, is like at 48 or 50% with his constituents, but I don't think he's going anywhere, right? I don't. So sorry to start off with bad news. Let's start with Jim Jordan and see what we can find out. Yeah, I know, in fact, probably for all three of these people, but particularly the first two, we want to find out if there's an indictment coming their way. But let's just start with Jim Jordan and see what we find. Jim Jordan trajectory, Jim Jordan political trajectory, Jim Jordan trajectory. Not going anywhere. He continues to have the support and the financial support that he needs to continue moving forward. It may be a little scattered, it may seem a little crazy, but no one challenges him. And I'm not even talking about the election. He is a Trump sycophant. He's not going to back down from that. He seems to have decided that is the path that he wants to take, and he's simply going to take it. He may slow down a bit. He's got the hangman here, so it kind of feels a little bit like maybe he will get paused, right? Like for some reason, there may be a slowing down of his nonsense, or he may be kind of put in his place. Now, final thing is this Eight of Cups. I don't see this as him leaving politically of his own volition. Do I think it's possible that he may end up being indicted? Yes, I do. If so, with a second Biden administration, it very much feels like this is something that Jack Smith is going to look at, and we'll go from there. We need to find out if the charge of interfering with an official government proceeding actually stays and holds. It's not that he hasn't done other things. It's not that there haven't been other things in his past that he should be like probably paying a price for if they're accurate, if they're true. But for right now, he seems to have the support he needs to go forward. He's part of that Tea Party caucus. And, that caucus has now basically turned into MAGA. And that's where he's at. I'm sorry. I think maybe this whole video might be giving you bad news, but I want to just touch on these things because I know people are asking questions and it's kind of buzzing about what's going on there. With him, I'm sorry to say, it looks like he is safe for now, but I suspect not going to be that safe in the future. But I don't believe he's going to go anywhere as a result of this election. All right, take a peek at Marjorie Taylor Greene. MTG political trajectory, MTG political trajectory, MTG political trajectory. Here we go. Okay. He loves the perceived power she has. She loves the attention and she loves being outrageous. All right. She is truly one of those people who almost will stop at nothing. I mean, she's one of those people that chases people down the road, screaming at them and saying rude things. And I mean, there's nothing she won't do. She doesn't seem to have like filters, and she doesn't seem to have sort of a clear understanding what is acceptable and not acceptable behavior in certain situations. She also does not have a sort of a diplomatic bone in her body. What she has is aggression. And she's going to keep on doing that because she because she likes to, she wants to. That's what she's about. She's unchallenged as of right now, anyways. So as far as re-election goes, right now, it looks like there is good potential for that. Now, don't lose hope because what's following her is the Tower and the Devil. So what you have here with her is there's going to be trouble coming. I think some of it may actually come from her own party saying enough is enough. We've had enough with you. Sit down and be quiet. But I also think that this is probably going to come, or this is an indicator of the J6 event and investigations that are going on, that kind of thing. So you may see an indictment with her, but in any case with her, the energy around her, it's almost like explosive. And one of these days, she's just going to push it too far, and she's going to say things that aren't wise to say. It kind of feels like a replay of that Cawthorn situation, right? Where, you're protected, and then one day you say something, it's so far off base or out of line or so far true, and they don't want that known that, they sort of, the party turns around, eats their own, right? So for her, it feels like she's got significant trouble coming, but unfortunately, we're going to have to put up with her for a little while longer because as of right now, I am seeing her being reelected. And as of right now, her party, no matter how outrageous she is not going to get rid of her because they can't afford to. They don't have the extra seats to lose, and so they are going to put up with her. Um, and she is going to absolutely love it. She's going to thrive in that environment. So if we think that she has been outrageous up until now, it sort of feels like we ain't seen nothing yet. I mean, I don't know about, but I think I think of her, and all I can hear is various situations and circumstances where she just screams the word liar at people. She's not smart. She's clever. She doesn't seem to be able to grasp a basic knowledge. I mean, she's trying to like throw Fauci in jail, and I mean, it's craziness with her. But as I said, as of right now, she's protected simply by the sheer fact that the Republicans in the House do not have the numbers to get rid of her, and so unless she does something completely outrageous, I think she's there for the next little while. And I mean, take comfort from this. As aggravating and annoying, as galling as it is, he's going to continue being outrageous. And at some point, um, it's going to turn around and bite her in the butt. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen this week or this month or possibly even this year. Let's take a look at Matt Gaetz. Now, part of the reason I want to take a look at Matt Gaetz is because the body that is investigating him has issued a report that basically said, yeah, no, we're still investigating him, and we're investigating him for this behavior, and it's illegal drugs, and it's sex with young people. It's stuff that we all know. It's been circulating, it's been whispered about, it's been talked about. His behavior is as sort of ignorant and disgusting and misogynistic as you can get. Although perhaps not, because there's other people in that party that are also on that same pathway. But I guess there was, for whatever reason, the House committee that's investigating him, I guess, felt the need to make an announcement that he was still being investigated for, frankly, some really serious, allegations. Let's not forget his buddy is sitting in jail for the same behavior. And, even though it appears that Matt has had a horseshoe shoved up his butt, at some point that horseshoe's going to fall out. Take a look at him. The hypocrisy is mind-bending for everybody in the Republican Party, or almost everybody in the Republican Party. Here we go. Matt Gaetz trajectory, Matt Gaetz trajectory, Matt Gaetz trajectory. Interesting. Okay. He's starting off with the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. So, I mean, he is driven by status, by money, by attention. And he has been well protected. Ultimately, it's going to be inappropriate behavior of some kind or another that gets him into trouble. it feels like he's going to do his level best to try to run away from trouble. But based on the Nine of Wands here, it kind of feels like trouble's going to catch him. And while women will be, excited, well, people who just can't tolerate that kind of attitudes and behaviors are going to be excited. Him, not so much. He has the Death card. I didn't check to see if he was being challenged in the upcoming house race for him, so I don't know. But as of right now, energetically, it's like they showed me a frog in a pot, turn up the heat, right? Frog doesn't realize he's being boiled. That's the heat image that they sent me for where Matt Gaetz is and how he is. So it is going to be his arrogance, his sense of entitlement that continues to sort of push him forward. And at some point, there's going to be a sort of an end for him, an end for his political career, an end for his entitlement. I'm not being shown exactly how that happens. I'm not sure if he leaves politics. I'm not sure if he's arrested on and charged and jailed on charges. I'm not sure if this has to do with indictments coming from Jack Smith. They're just saying, and maybe it's all three, but the energy around him it's almost like he is not aware of how much danger or trouble he's in. It's like he doesn't get it. He thinks that listen, much like a lot of other Republicans, right? I'm entitled, I'm special, I'm white, I'm male. Nothing's going to happen to me. I'm fine. And it's going to be that very sort of attitude that ultimately gets him into trouble because he's not mindful of what is actually going on around him because he lives in this sort of bubble where he's safe. Daddy will keep him safe. He's always been safe. There's no reason to think that's going to change. So it will change. And I don't think he's going to like the changes very much. So when it comes to all three of these people, we're going to have to kind of grit our teeth and bear it for a little while longer. But ultimately, karma catches you. And ultimately, karma is going to is going to catch each one of them. And always remember this. We as human beings watching the crazy can become impatient and we can become frustrated and we don't understand, why things take so long and why things aren't getting corrected. Now, remember that karma, the timing is always flawless. Hold on to that. Because when lessons are not learned, when wisdom is not gained from experiences, there's a price. On that note, thank you very, very much for being here. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for Pendulum Friday. Please post any questions in the comment section below so the amazing Joyce can take care of it and get them out to me. And take care and be well. Bye-bye.